this video is looking at algebraic fractions and adding and subtracting these. So to do this, well, you just got to remember your rules of fractions and adding fractions. So I'm going to take this one here, 2/5 add 6/7. So I'm going to do it through multiplying the bottoms together. So common denominator of 35. And then multiply this 2 by that. So that numerator by that denominator to get 14. And then this denominator by that numerator to get 30. So then 14 add 30 is 44. And denominator 35. Alright, so we look at the second one here. Got 6/7 again, minus 3/5. So same thing again, common denominator 35. Numerator on this side is going to be 30 and numerator on the other side is 21 through cross multiplication, and we get an answer of 9/35. So as long as you got the idea of that, you should be able to do adding, subtracting algebraic fractions. So have a look at that. Got a few examples as always. So steps are really just the same steps that you would with adding, subtracting fractions. Okay, we're using cross multiplication on the bottom, multiplying denominators and numerator with the opposite denominator and so on. So let me take you through these examples and then give you a couple for you to give a go yourself. So start off here, I've got 3x/5 plus x/2. So multiply those denominators together. That's the first thing you're going to do. So multiply those denominators together. So that gives me on the bottom 10 here and 10 again. So then you're going to multiply the numerators with opposite denominators. So 3x multiplied by 2, which is 6x. And then 5 multiplied by x, which is 5x. And then you add or subtract, depending what you're doing. We're doing addition here. The numerators and denominator stays the same. So we've got 11x/10. All right, and this works not just with things like this. It can work in a form like that. So you've got a bit of a larger expression on top of your fraction this time. So let's go through our steps again. So we're going to start off with the denominator. So that's going to be 12. So I'm just going to write it here twice. So I know these are the fractions I'm working on. Now, the numerator on this side is going to be 3x plus 11 times 6. So what you can do, as part of your working, just write it like this so you know that's what you're doing. And then the numerator on this side, again, this is 2 bracket 2x minus 3 because they're going to be multiplied. Now, what is key here, something that you need to remember. We've got a negative there, so minus 2 bracket times 2x minus 3. That's what we got going on there. So if I expand the first bracket, so I can show you what I mean by this, I'll have 18x plus 66. And then the second bracket is minus 2 times 2x, which is minus 4x. And then I've got minus 2 times minus 3, which is plus 6. Now, denominator stays the same. So if we put that, it's going to be 12 still. And then we finish off by just we could tidy this up. So 18x minus 4x is 14x. 66 add 6. Move this across is 72. And our denominator is 12. Now, you can simplify this further. So they all divide by 2. So if you divide the whole thing by 2, so simplify it down, and you'll have 7x plus 36 all divided by 6, all over 6. So that is in this form. Now, one final example I'd like to go through here before I give you a few to do. We've got here 4 over x plus 5 minus 2 over x minus 1. So similar thing, follow those steps that I mentioned before. Now we've got to multiply the bottoms together. Now I'm going to just do this in one big motion here, because what I've got here is x plus 5, x minus 1 on the bottom. So I've got to expand that, so we're using FOIL. So that will become, let's get it over here, it will become x squared plus 4x minus 5. So that will be on the bottom. Now on the top, I'm going to get a bit messy with my work in here. We're going to have 4 multiplied by x minus 1. So I'm going to do that over here somewhere. So I'll have 4x minus 1. And then the other part, we got x plus 5 multiplied by minus 2. So minus 2x plus 5. Now I'm going to actually do this over here. So we expand those brackets here, so 4x minus 1, that actually gives us, well, 4x minus 4. And then if we do the same with this bracket here, it's minus 2 times x, which is minus 2x. And then minus 2 times 5, which is minus 10. So we've got that there. So we can simplify that top part, collect all the like terms. So it should give us here 4x minus 2x is 2x, minus 4 minus 10 is minus 14. That's our numerator, and then our denominator stays the same. Okay, so that's what that third example would end up being. Now, I've prepared 2 for you to give a go at, so do pause it and then give them a go, and then I'll go over the answers for these. All right, so first one, let me just adjust my positioning here. So we got here, we're going to start off by multiplying our denominators together. So I'm going to do it on one long line. 3 times 2, that gives me 6. Then I'm going to do this 3 multiplied by the 3x plus 11. So I'm going to have 3 bracket 3x plus 11. And then the other side, I'm going to do 2 multiplied by x minus 20. And it's all positive here, so plus 2 x minus 20. So if we expand these brackets, so that gives me, oh, I'm going to move a bit more, gives me 9x plus 33. And then I've got plus 2x minus 40 all over 6. Then we collect our terms there to get our final answer. So over here I'm going to collect my terms, which will be 11x minus 7 all over 6. Okay, so that's the solution for the first one. Second example there. So this is where we've got to do expanding brackets on the bottom there. So our denominator, hopefully you've been able to do this okay. Denominator becomes x squared plus 4x plus 3. And then I've got the 2 times x plus 3, which is 2 bracket x plus 3. This side I've got 1, well this is quite nice, 1 multiplied by x plus 1. So if I expand those brackets at the top, I'll have 2x plus 6 plus x plus 1 all over this x squared plus 4x plus 3. Collect your terms on the top there. Okay, and that should give you an answer of 3x plus 7 all over that x squared plus 4x plus 3.